Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Robot. However, in today's episode, we are not building a robot. Weird, right? That's right, we have yet another community build project that will be showcased in today's episode and will eventually be fighting in the Battle of the Rookies 2 tournament. Previously, we did make I think it was an overhead spinner by the name of Frostwave. This robot was made by 8 different people. It was a really cool robot, and today we are doing a flipper robot. I teased in the previous episode that this is going to be an insanely looking, just beautiful robot, and I honestly can't wait to just jump right into this. So without further ado, let's jump into the first stage, which was built by that guy again, the LOL guy. So let's jump right into it. Okay, here we are, and like I said, all I did for this community build was I just hosted it. I really didn't do much. I did do a few things for a few dropouts, not in this robot, but in the future. But pretty much what I did was I told people, this is what you're going to build for this robot, and then I would send them a file. In this case, I said send me a file. LOL sent me a file of this right here, and I was like, awesome, you are making a flipper. And they built this, and I was like, all right, this is crazy looking. This is huge. It's a ginormous flat plate with a little hole in it. So I'm very curious to see how the builders are going to build stuff from this. From there, I sent a message to Senpai Alex. I said, hey, pick 3 colors for me. And I was like, you can give me the 3 hex code colors. They picked these colors right here. A nice blue, a nice yellow, and a white. Kind of like a UCLA, kind of the Bruins, I don't really know what they are. But the college, UCLA, that's kind of like their colors. So I kind of like the color combination. I'm very worried about how big this is because I did not tell people. I did tell people. I specifically said you cannot mess with other people's work. And also, I just want to point this out. Look at this. Oh no. Oh no. This is let me check this. Yeah, it's not even. Oh no, this robot isn't even. Well, I think this is going to be a good idea because it's going to really test people's building skills, especially with this robot. I'm very interested to see how people are going to deal with this. And later down, we have a chassis builder who is very skilled at the game, in my opinion. And I think it's going to be a good test for him. A little hiccup right here, but that's fine. It's fine. We got a asymmetric robot right here. And I'm excited to see how people are gonna build with this robot being asymmetric. Anyways, I sent a message next to a person named Midnight Crow, and Midnight Crow's duty was to Midnight Crow's job, I am immature, was to make the wheel motors and the wheels. So let's jump into that file and see how those look. You know what? Not half bad at all, actually. Those are very interesting wheels. They're offsetting colors, so they went blue, yellow, blue, yellow. I believe these are all different wheel pieces, so we have something interesting going on here. Seems like the chassis was colored too, which is pretty cool. I did not state to do that, but I meant to state it, so I'm happy that they ended up doing that. And yeah, the robot is still not even, which it's going to be the entire build, but it's gonna bother me. Midnight Crow, good job on the wheels. I like these wheels a lot. Did not add wheel motors, or sorry, not wheel guards, which is a little worrisome, but I'm not gonna complain because this robot's already at 40 kilograms and we just have the plate and the wheels, so that's not good. This robot's gonna be dealing with a little bit of overweight problems. I can almost guarantee it in the future. A little too much McDonald's for this robot. But after this, we have the weapon now. I'm excited to see this because this is going to be the flipper. So I sent a message over to Oblivion Prime, and I said, you have a very interesting build here. You have 2 options. You can either build an electrical flipper or you could do a pneumatic. So it's totally this robot's going to depend on what Oblivion Prime does now, so let's jump over to that file and see what they did. All right, went pneumatic actually. Okay, I actually like that. I feel like we do use a lot of electric flippers. At least recently, I have been building a lot of those. So it's kind of cool to see a mix up in this. Guys, we're at 75 kilograms, and we just have this down. These weigh maybe like a kilogram max altogether. The little cubes in the background, but oh man, this robot's gonna be running into some problems soon. This is gonna be fun. But some great work done. I do love these little forks at top, so it'll catch a robot if it does end up wedging on top of the actual flipper itself. And we have a little scooper down here which goes below the robot. Very interesting on that. So the wheels do not sit correctly. I believe they fell off. Yeah, they have fallen off, which is not good, but I do know at least it's going to be fixed in the future. I hope, at least. Some good work done though by Oblivion Prime. Honestly, I do like this flipper bar a lot. It probably weighs a lot though. Only 14 kilograms. I mean, that's a lot, but the chassis itself weighs 16. Oh, that is what's causing this weight to be so much. That is it right there. Overall though, I really like the shape of this wedge too. It's all one piece, which I like a lot. So props to you, Oblivion. I really like it. Now the next stage. This is where things are going to be starting to be fixed a little bit, in my opinion. I hope, at least. The next stage is to work on the internals. So putting all the insides of the guts inside the robot, and also building an external chassis. So we're gonna see the actual shape of the robot come together now, which I think is gonna be pretty cool. I decided to give it to Mr. Potts, all right? Mr. Potts is a really cool person. One of the first people actually in my Discord, and one of the nicest people I've ever met. You will probably also know Mr. Potts by the person who made Sharkbait 2, haha. One of the fan favorites, in my opinion, on the Robomania Fighting League. So I'm very curious to see what Mr. Potts can do. Very skilled builder. So I have a lot of faith in what's about to happen for this robot. So let's see what you did, Mr. Potts. Holy crap! Are you kidding me right now? This is gorgeous. Mr. Potts, amazing job. Seriously, I love this cage kind of vibe that's going on right now. Oh my gosh. This robot's insane. I love the shape of it. It's looking really good. I guess this is a little tutorial or a little tip for you guys on how to make something that's asymmetric, that's, you know, doesn't mirror to the other side. Just put some bars down like this. This looks so good. I love this. I don't know why. It's so simple, but it looks so good too at the same time. We're at 104 kilograms too. Ooh, I didn't even notice this. We have a little wheel thing back here, which is pretty nice. I like that a lot. And on top of all of that, I just love the shape of this weapon. It goes with the wedge a little bit, and then it breaks off into like its own little side corner wedge piece. Oh, it looks so good. I will also say, and this is nothing bad against Mr. Potts at all, this was the file that took the longest in the entirety of the build because it was so complicated. We're dealing with an unmirrored robot chassis design with overweight problems and all of that. Mr. Potts, I'm shocked. I'm speechless. This is such a cool design, and it was worth the wait, in my opinion. We also get a little sneak peek at like what's inside. I think that's really cool. I like seeing insides of robots a lot. I don't know why I like that, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of realistic in a way where you're like, whoa, what's inside? Batteries, stuff like that. But geez, this robot is coming together now. I believe it can work as well. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, it goes crazy. It goes crazy, guys. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this robot. Mr. Potts, like I said, amazing job. This is seriously coming together. I didn't think it would look this good from the start, just because of how the chassis shape was designed. It was going to be more of a complicated build, and I don't mean this in any negative way against the people who built the chassis or any of that stuff. I just didn't think it would be this gorgeous altogether, and it's really coming together. Kind of a little shade of social distancing, one of my OG robots that I created on this channel. I don't know why I get that vibe from it, but it's definitely showing now. The next build that we're doing, or I guess the next section of this build that we're doing, is going to be the wedges. And of course, I have to include my boy. Spaghetti Coconut. The OG boy, I gotta say. Spaghetti Coconut has the job of doing wedges. And I will say, ever since I joined just the community of building robots, Spaghetti Coconut, in my opinion, has been getting the most progression in skill when it comes to building. Him and Player But Not, who's actually also in this as well. But Spaghetti Coconut is definitely in the top 3 of just like the increased skill of building a robot. Like when I first started, his robots looked great, but they look even better now. So I'm really excited to see what Spaghetti Coconut's going to do. So let's jump into that file and see what he did. Oh yeah, did not disappoint at all. Oh, look at these wedge designs. Oh, I love these actually. They go underneath too. I would never have thought of that. It's so simple, but I would have never have thought just to put wedges underneath a robot. I'm assuming it's because the wheel clearance is really high, so the robot sits pretty high when it just drives around. But look at these wedges. Oh, they look so cool. I love the design of it. It's very pointy, I guess. Very there's a theme going with this robot that I really can't describe. It's like pointy and shapy. It's just there's a lot of shapes going on. I think it looks really good. A lot of squares, there's a lot of triangles, and I don't know, this robot's really coming together. I really like the design of this. It's definitely sitting as one of the tops so far of the community builds, if not the top. And especially with, like I said, the road bump in the beginning with the non-mirrored chassis. It's amazing what everybody can do in this community to make a robot that looks this cool. And this is why I love doing community builds so much, by the way. It's so cool. Even if I don't partake, I just love seeing what happens to all these robots and the progression that happens in the building phase. And on top of that, they're fighting in a tournament that I will be hosting, and it's going to be really fun for the future. But yeah, good job on the wedges. I really like this piece too. I wonder if this is, oh, they're 3 separate pieces. They're like little wedges, these little spikes right here. I really like those. I think they look really good. But yeah, really great work, Spaghetti Coconut. Honestly, you and Mr. Potts really the MVPs of this one so far. Just amazing work. All right, we have 2 stages left, and both of these stages are ran by 2 amazing people. The next stage is going to be done by Player But Not. This is the other person that I think has really improved when it comes to this game in general. Since I first started in the community, Player But Not created good robots, like I said, nothing bad in the beginning, but the robots that they're making now are such a huge improvement. It's ridiculous, the amount of improvement that these people are doing for robots. So let's jump into this. Their job was to do theming, decorations, put down a theme for this robot, because it looks good, but it needs some splashes up here, you know what I'm saying? It needs something. So let's see what Player But Not did. I'm very curious to see. You're kidding, right? Are you kidding me right now? Oh, I love these. Oh my goodness. Player But Not really came out and just, wow, decorated the crap out of this robot. I don't even know what theme he went for, but it's just like a bunch of squigglies and a bunch of stars, I guess. A bunch of spike things, dots. I love it. There's no way to explain it, but it's just so good. I'm really impressed with this, man. Like, seriously. Look at this. I didn't even notice the side right here. Little triangles, or not the triangle. What am I talking about? Little things with little, like, square, cube, circle things right here. I can't believe it. This robot is coming together. This is a gorgeous robot. We're still a little overweight, but none of the people's problems, because the next stage is going to fix that. But holy crap. I love the design colors. Use a little bit of black, yellow, a splash of blue up top right here. Some white sprinkled in, of course. Geez, the only thing it's missing is nuts and bolts, I will say. But I don't think this robot has nuts and bolts on it in the end phase. Just because this was Player But Not's job to add nuts and bolts if they wanted to. So, you know, -1. Because no nuts and bolts. What can I say? That's just how I roll. Wow, I honestly, I'm speechless for this robot right now. It really has just progressed this entire episode. Just starting out as like a little chassis to this. It's so cool looking. All right, I can't stop. I can't stop looking at it. Anyways, I gotta move this on because we have one stage left, and it is the final touches. Just make sure it works well. Make sure it's within weight. Make sure it drives well. Make sure there's no illegal clipping and all that fun stuff inside of it. This person, Jordan, my boy Jordan, he's doing another one. Jordan is going to be doing the final touches on this, making it overall a completed robot. So let's see what Jordan did. I'm curious if there's any changes for it, but we'll see. This is it. This is the final form of the robot. No nuts and bolts. Wasn't his job, but I'm still hurting a little bit, player. You gotta remember, man. Nuts and bolts. You gotta have them. But this is the robot. We're within weight, and I forgot to say, Jordan also was supposed to come up with a name. The name for this robot is Prince Ollie. I believe it's Ollie. Maybe it's Ali. I think it's Ollie. Kind of like an Aladdin theme he kind of took from this, I guess. Kind of like, yeah, an Aladdin kind of vibe, which I can definitely see. It has the these like wind, I guess, like little swirls, which gives off an Aladdin vibe in my opinion. So I definitely agree with the name. I like the name a lot too, actually. It's simple. It's I don't know, I like it. I think this is a really cool robot overall. And like I said, from where it started, insanity how much it has improved. It has a lot of moving pieces on it too. Let's see if it actually flips correctly. Wow, look at that. Not bad. Oh, it flips that good. Let's see if it flips at 100 kilogram crib good. Yeah, it might be one of the better robots in the Battle of the Rookies 2 tournament, I must say. Also, if you want this robot, by the way, it will be posted in the Robomania Discord, and it will also be posted in the official Robot Rumble 2 Discord. So make sure if you want this file, it's going to be in one of those servers. Check out whichever one you want. It's probably more easier to go to the Robot Rumble one because mine is in a bunch of hidden chats. So make sure you check out the Robot Rumble 2 Discord. The file will be in the bot file sharing channel. If you want to play around with this robot at all, I can't get over this. Let's fight it, right? Like, what else do we have to do? Stop oogling and ogling about it, you know? We gotta start fighting with this robot. And I guess it's going to be fighting a tough robot. I wonder if it can win, because it's going to be fighting the nightmare-themed robot. I am recording this before I have picked a name for it, so it'll still be Raven God. However, in the next coming stages, I will pick a name for that robot, so stay tuned for that. I haven't even uploaded the previous episode yet. So let's fight this robot against Raven God and see how it works. I'm so excited for this. This might be like a matchup of the century right here. I'm so excited for this fight. We got a flipper versus a giant vertical spinner. I don't know, what else can you ask for when it comes to that? It's just gonna be, I think this is gonna be a fun fight. I'm so excited for this. So, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just jump right into it, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing really else to do for it besides just watching these two robots go at it. Oh, I am in love with Prince Ollie. It's a great looking robot. Good job to everyone who made it, honestly. And let's see what happens right here. Raven God, Prince Ollie. A very interesting matchup. I don't think I AI'd it. No, it is AI'd. Maybe. Is it AI'd? It is AI'd. Whoa, somebody did that for me. Thank you, whoever did that. A piece has come off of somebody. Not sure who, but Prince Ollie is controlling so far. Flipped upside down. And can it survive from this? It'll flip out. Oh, can it self-right? Yes, it can. Almost gets... Oh, stuff is coming off of Raven God from the flips. Very interesting. I wonder if it counts as arm damage. I'm okay with that for now because Flippers especially, flippers and hammers they're not really gonna win most matchups. So it's almost like they have a little bit of, not of an advantage, but it's an even playing field. And there's a fire coming out of Raven God. Oh no, it must have sniped a little bit. Unfortunate, but what can you say? This is how fights happen. Raven God gets flipped and is continuing to get flipped. It cannot cause any more damage either to Prince Ollie, and it looks like we might have smoke. It looks like we might have smoke actually. And fire and sparks. What else can you really want from a robot? And I think if Prince Ollie leaves this, the fight will be over. Here we go, the countdown. Prince Ollie knocking out Raven God. Are you kidding me? What an impressive fighter. That is such a good robot. I'm so excited for this robot in general. It's such a cool design, and the people who built this robot really put in a lot of effort to make this robot look good and perform well. So a huge thank you to Lol, Senpai Alex, Midnight Crow, Oblivion Prime, Mr. Potts, Spaghetti Coconut, Player But Not, and of course Jordan for making such an excellent community build robot. I am so happy with this. Let me know what you guys think of this robot in the comments below. And geez guys, seriously, the 8 builders that worked on this, props, honestly, props to all of you. Seriously, there was adversity, there was skill, there was a lot of challenge in this robot, and you guys all came together and made it happen. Very impressive, very impressive. This has to be the best community build robot made so far, and it just looks really good on top of that. We still have 2 more community build robots left. We have a hammer and we have a horizontal spinner, so keep an eye out for that. We also have 2 more robots to make for the Battle of the Rookies 2 tournament. I believe one of them is going to be the ginormous vertical spinner that I have to make with a really long name, but it's not going to have a long name, haha. And we have an asymmetric robot. Really, that's it. That was all I was told to make for that, so I guess the ball's in our court when it comes to building that robot, which is going to be fun. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you guys like this robot, make sure you write it down in the comments below, because the people who built this really put in a lot of work, and I really want their names to be known for this one. I had nothing to do with this because I don't know, I can't take credit for any of this besides just hosting the event. I have nothing to say besides this robot is amazing. Make sure you rate this video as well, positive, negative, whatever. Any feedback is really good feedback for me. Positive, negative, like I said, doesn't really matter. I want your opinions known in the comments section below. Other than that though, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, week, weekend, whatever it may be, and I hope you guys all have a good one.